Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's Artists at Lunch, hosted by Portside. Today, we have artist and musician Chris Sunshine. Chris is a musician and a multimedia artist based in Port Richmond. That's where you live, right?
Yeah.
Port Richmond, Philadelphia. He performs in several musical projects and bands and has come out with 2 albums and 2 EPs of his own under the name Chris Sunshine. His music can best be described as indie rock. He also dabbles in the visual arts and enjoys creating detailed illustrations as well as shooting music videos. And he is also a beloved assistant teacher at Portside Art Center.
Yeah.
So I present to you Chris Sunshine. Take it away.
Hey, how's it going, Claudia? I am. My name's Chris. My real name is Chris Jones, but I go by Chris Sunshine. And like Claudia said, I work at Portside, and I have also recorded several albums. Initially, I started Chris Sunshine when I was living in upstate New York. I was sort of living on a farm and concurrently playing music. And between then, the band has taken on a lot of different forms. So since then, I think it's gone through like 3 different iterations. So there was the band I was playing in upstate New York, and then I lived in Brooklyn for a little while, playing with people in Brooklyn, and then now I obviously live in Philly, and it's many different people have kind of cycled in and out of the group, and I've sort of remained the kind of like sole songwriter. Yeah. So I guess would it be a good idea to maybe show some music videos?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. So I'll pull up a video I did with my brother over the summer. This video is pretty funny because we dressed up as sharks and kind of like skated around and biked around South Philly. And as we were shooting it, we got a lot of funny response from just like random people, kind of like laughing at us and stuff. But yeah, so I'll play this video. It's pretty funny, pretty cool. And yeah, here we go. Uh,
That was awesome. Thanks for sharing,
awesome.
Chris.
This is cool, man. Tell me some cool stuff about yourself.
Yeah, no, I just pulled up a music video that I shot with my brother, the one where we're dressed as sharks. Uh, and I was just gonna say that I think my favorite scene from it is like when I'm riding my bike and my brother is like holding onto my fin while he's riding a skateboard, and I'm kind of like pulling him along. I think that's like every time I see that part, I just kind of start cracking up. So I don't know if like people see me like laughing at my own video, but yeah,
No, it's good.
it's pretty good. Yeah. Um,
So who are some of your inspirations, Chris? It's your music reminds me a little bit of like Alex G, Sandy, and a little bit of Elliott Smith.
yeah.
Who inspires you?
No, I definitely like Alex G and Elliott Smith. I think those are definitely influences for me. I think definitely I really like Nirvana. I would say that they're probably my favorite band. Uh, I like I like the mixture of the kind of heavy stuff and the kind of folk stuff that they do.
So you like
Uh,
90s music.
what's up?
So you like 90s music.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think that's my go-to for sure.
You like the indie folk, Chris? The indie folk music?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, for sure.
Like
Yeah,
Cleo and stuff. Nice.
yeah, for sure. Um, and the Pixies, like some like punk stuff from the '80s. I've been listening to this band called the Jesus Lizard a lot recently. They're kind of a cool like kind of punk band from the '90s. So yeah,
Can you
definitely a lot
tell me
of
more
punk.
about this farm that you worked at?
Yeah, so in 2018, I started playing in a band with these guys who lived in upstate New York, and I was kind of like at the time I was like living with my parents, and then I kind of wanted to live closer to these guys, so I was like, what would be like an affordable kind of like easy living situation that I could kind of pull off? And one of my friends recommended that I move to this farm. So I moved there probably in like January of 2018, and definitely one of the weirder experiences in my life. The other guys who lived there were kind of like organic farmers, so they planted like onions and like mushrooms and stuff. Uh, and these guys also hunted a little bit, which was kind of strange. And they they also ate roadkill. These guys, which is super weird. And so they would try to get me to eat some odd things while I was
They
living
find
there.
the roadkill themselves, or like I know I was living in Colorado for a little bit, and there was a lot of roadkill there, and like there was like some organization or like people you could like sign up for something, and they would like call you if like there was fresh roadkill, and you could come and pick it up and scrape it
Yeah,
off the road and
And
clean it up yourself.
yeah.
I want to make a comment if possible. Hi, everyone.
Hey.
Hi, Chris. In West Virginia, we have a roadkill food festival.
Oh my god.
So I think I just beat both of those. For
Yeah.
My
Definitely.
friend Sherry lives in her family's from Alabama, and she goes that they always eat roadkill.
Yeah.
I guess it all depends on how bad it's been killed, you know.
Yeah. I never.
And that time of year, if it's really hot out, you're not going to eat a dead animal.
Oh.
But if it's been dead, frozen in the snow, you can eat that squirrel for sure.
No, I just want to. I want to go on record saying that I never ate the roadkill. It was I just want to. I want that to be known. But yeah, definitely a funny experience. Definitely one of those like weird life adventures.
Yeah, totally. Sounds like
sure.
You made a lot of music up there.
Yeah. I seem to every sort of like move and life decision I make seems to be based on like where it makes the most sense for me to be making music, and it's led me to some pretty like interesting, strange experiences like that. So yeah.
That's cool. It's like it's not just what you do, it's what you are, Chris. Kind of like what what kind of what we do.
Yeah.
It's not just a job, it's a lifestyle,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, I think playing music is definitely what brought me to Philly, and if it hadn't been for me playing music, I don't think I would have ended up working at Portside, which is also a really cool, definitely sometimes wacky experience. But
I have a question about music.
sure.
Do you want to? What type of pedals do you use? Anything specific? Do you make any of your pedals, or?
That's a great question.
Like,
yeah.
if you want to talk about your equipment a little bit, I'd be interested to hear that.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I have a few really weird effects pedals that I use. I have I wish I don't have them with me right now, but I have like a Holy Grail reverb pedal that can also make like reverse reverb, which is kind of fun. I have a chorus pedal that kind of like makes the guitar sound more full. I have a few distortion pedals that I use, and a tuner, which is always also really good to have. And what the weirdest one I have is called the Attack Decay, and it kind of like makes my guitar sound like a violin or something. It like reverses the signal and just like really alters the sound, so it almost sounds like a different instrument, basically. Yeah,
That's cool.
and yeah, and the guitar I play is a Fender Jazzmaster, and I recently just got a new amp, which is a Fender Twin Reverb, which is really cool. I've been trying to get one of those for a long time, and that's guitar wise, that's pretty much what I use. And outside of that, I do a lot of like programming and stuff on the computer. So I program like drum machines and like different synth sounds.
That's cool.
And a lot of the drums on the album that I just did are actually programmed drums. They're not like a live drum set. They're just like kind of like through the software. Yeah.
So you play acoustic and electric guitar, Chris?
Yeah,
Cool.
definitely. Yeah, I like. Sometimes I even like layer the two in the same song to get like kind of like a full like
Yeah,
ensemble kind of sound.
that's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
So, Chris, we
Okay.
have a question from Katie. She is wondering, so do you record instruments on your own individually, or do you usually record with other people?
That's an awesome question. I have done both. So the first album I did, the one it's called The Wild Kindness, which was the one that I recorded while I was upstate, was like more of like a full band kind of thing, where me and like three other musicians all went into the studio and kind of like recorded everything together like live in the room, which was a really cool experience. That's kind of like the old school way of recording. And then so I've recorded that way, like with some previous bands and like with this band a little bit. But then I also like sometimes I will kind of like the stuff. Some of the stuff I released most recently, the album called Rainbow Vision. That one is mostly just me kind of like programming drums and recording everything myself. So I guess it's like a mixture of both, depending on the song and the album. Yeah. And then my music, you can find it. Actually, let me share my screen really quick. Cool. So can you guys see my screen? Is that coming up for you guys? So this is let me see. So this is my website right here. It's just chrissunshine.com, and like there's links to all my stuff here. If you click on music, there's like links to all my albums is Chris Sunshine, and like other bands I played in. It's all here. So if all you have to do is just like click on these links, and it'll take you to my Bandcamp page, and you can listen to stuff here, download it. anything.
That's awesome.
Like that. Yeah, and then you can all my music videos. I just updated this last night, so all my music videos are here. You can watch them. And and then on my contact page, there's links to my email, my Spotify, Facebook, Instagram, and SoundCloud. So that's all there. If anybody watching this wants to check any of that stuff out. So.
It's a nice website you have there, Chris. Did you do it yourself?
Yeah. I put it together on WordPress. So awesome. Cool, guys.
So what are you working on now, Chris? Or do you have any future projects? Anything that's in the works?
I started recording another album kind of like right before COVID hit, back in like February of last year, which was another like more like a full band kind of album. I recorded it with my friend Mike, who I think is on this call right now, and my other friend Matt, who plays drums. We recorded it at this the studio in Philly in like Brewery Town. We recorded like the guitar, bass, and drums there, and then since then I've been kind of like tinkering it with it on my own and adding like acoustic guitar and some singing. So hopefully that'll be out soon once it's all mixed and finished.
Hey, Chris,
Are any of your roommates your bandmates as well? Have you been able to practice as much now that in the times of COVID?
Yeah, my roommates are all in their own bands, and we like sometimes collaborate. One of my roommates is in a band called Blanket, Blankat, and they so Blanket like Blankat like Blankat kind of.
Cat.
They're awesome, and I played bass for them on some recordings. And my other roommate, Max, he's in a band called Julia Julian, and they're great. They're really kind of like mathy, kind of like wild stuff. And then my other roommate is in a band called Remved, Remved, and they're super cool too. So yeah, we're all just like a bunch of musicians living together, kind of trying to make it happen.
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's good. He's like, that is, it's probably better for your relationship and you also professionally to not live together and play together.
Yeah, I mean,
it's probably you have that in common. You can have like really nice conversations about music and stuff, but you don't necessarily like. Well, he was late to band practice yesterday, and he didn't clean his dishes up yesterday. So it's probably something better.
That's cool. I think like sometimes we we talk about this kind of stuff all the time, and like we listen to each other's music and give each other tips and stuff. And
awesome.
Yeah, and sometimes we'll collaborate a little bit, but for the most part, I think we're all kind of involved in our own separate things, which is cool.
Yeah.
So yeah,
You got a lot of people watching you here, Mr. Chris. Woo!
Awesome.
Very cool, man. Does anybody have any cool questions for Chris? It's the quietest I've ever heard the Portside crew before.
Do you want to share another video with us, Chris?
Sure. Yeah. Do we have time for?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a question from my friend Mike, who is like in the band. He plays bass in the band. So Mike is asking, when did you get the Twin Reverb, which is the amp that I use? I got it over like Christmas sort of break time. I went to Guitar Center and I just kind of like sat down and I was like, I've like wanted one of these for a really long time. Let me just try this one out. It was on sale and I was like, I don't know. I just kind of sat down and played on it. And I was like, this thing sounds awesome. So I'm just going to get it. And I definitely do not regret that decision. It's an awesome amp. It's the same amp that Kurt Cobain used. So that's kind of like why I got it.
That's cool.
Yeah. All right. So
wait, Chris, before you start, you said you play the bass. So the bass. So when I said acoustic and then electric, so there's like electric guitar playing, excuse me, and then there's bass, which only has what, 4 strings on it.
Yeah,
So you play 3 different types of guitars then.
Yeah, technically, yeah.
That's
sure.
cool.
Yeah.
That's a lot of good stuff going on there.
Yeah, I got a question from Paulina here, which says, "How do you get past writer's block?" Which is an awesome question. I think yeah, that can be hard. I think sometimes the impulse is to just kind of like sit down and put your nose to the grindstone a little bit and just muscle through it. But sometimes, as I've gotten older, I realize that that is not the answer, and it's better to kind of seek inspiration somewhere else. I think like sometimes you can definitely overload yourself on music, and I think for me, it's as a person who's interested in other types of art besides music, it can be helpful to I don't know, like just like go for a walk or like watch like a really good movie, or I don't know, seek inspiration from somewhere a little more unexpected, I guess.
Inspiration, that's the perfect word, Chris. Inspiration, that goes along with all through the arts, not only music and painting and drawing and the theater. It's just find something that inspires you, and it's just like, wow, because when you're passionate about something and something inspires you, it's always going to come out better than something you make yourself do.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I think sometimes you really can't force it, but I think the other thing is that I think like if I learn like a new chord or like a new kind of like music theory like concept and then try to incorporate that into a song, I don't know, just like getting some like fresh input instead of just like muscling your way through the old way you've done things, I think is
So do you watch like you keep your eye on like the new and upcoming, musicians and stuff like that, along with the classic, the people that are doing classic stuff,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I'm always kind of there's this label this record label I really like called Exploding in Sound Records, and they have like a lot of like kind of like weird punk rock and kind of just stuff that is really unexpected and different, and I really like them. I think that that whole like their whole like lineup of bands is awesome. So yeah, I usually go there.
With art too is the same. Like I would when you just said that, it made me feel as though like the contrast, and I really love contrast in music and in art, like opposites. Like when you see like this, even just like looking outside of the clouds, like you see like a big, real white cloud and then a real black cloud, and like I like the opposites, and that seems like with the punk rock, there's a lot of that stuff going on. Same thing with jazz. It's like sounds like there's 6 people playing 6 different songs sometimes,
Yeah. I think that's like what you said, like the contrast is why I like Nirvana so much, because they have the ability to be like really like aggressive and like ugly, but also they can write like beautiful like acoustic folk songs.
Yeah.
So
that takes a real talent, Chris. A lot of people just like go to one or the other, and it's good that you can focus on not only like, sad things and like, oh, my girlfriend left me, but you can also do like inspirational things and like happy things and different things, which is, really a sign of a very good, well-rounded artist.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I totally agree. Yeah, I think it's good to be able to draw on different sounds and different styles and kind of combine them into something that's your own. So
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm very impressed, Chris, with your talents and everything, and I'm really so happy that you came to the Portside. I really am, and I wish you all the best with your music career, and I would love to be involved with you going further in any way that we can as Portside, because people, we've been here 14 years, everybody, on Thursday. So people like us, and we have a little bit of pull, so I would love to, help you in any way that we can to, make you continue to make you successful, hon.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. I really appreciate that. I think, I've already, working at Portside has already been a huge help to me. And
there's some inspiration there, Chris.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely Definitely never a dull moment. That's
Yeah.
for sure. It's always
And the
something
kids are an
interesting.
inspiration. They're crazy too, man. But they're, they
Oh,
say
yeah.
they say what's it out of the mouth of the babes? Is that what they say? From the mouths of babes, like you never know what a kid's gonna say.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know? It's like what?
Yeah, I forget who it was, but one kid taught me. He drew this really intricate picture, and I was like, "What is that?" And he said, "It's a trap for a leprechaun. Like I'm gonna try to trap a leprechaun with this." So I think Paulina had one other question, which is which song has been the most difficult to make and why? Awesome question. I think out of the stuff that is already out, let me see. Um, I don't know. I think I'm like right now I'm working on writing songs that don't have like a conventional structure, that kind of like change throughout as they go, that are kind of like through written. And I have this one song called the Equinox that I'm working on. Um, and I think Mike, who's on this call, he was kind of involved in the writing of that song. And the song just like kind of like slowly changes throughout, and it doesn't really repeat itself. And I think kind of like trying to break out of like conventional structures, trying to break out of just like verse, chorus, verse kind of songwriting, and writing stuff that's a little more experimental and kind of like breaks the mold a little bit. So I think that with that song, I sort of started trying to do that, and hopefully you guys will be able to hear that soon. So yeah, just trying to write stuff that's a little different, unexpected. So yeah. So I guess maybe before we wrap up, do you guys want to watch one more video?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. Okay, guys. So thanks for having me. It's been great to have an opportunity to talk about my work, and I think we're just gonna wrap this up with one more video. So here we go.
Here's some comments.
Do we have some comments?
Yeah. Maybe the song Exploder podcast is pretty cool. Breaks down how songs are made. I recommend Arcade Fire's "Put Your Money on Me" as very inspirational.
Awesome.
And then Katie, there's also a Netflix show of the same name. And then somebody said same guy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check that out. I don't know if I've ever seen that, but I'm always interested to see and like listen to how other musicians make their stuff.
Yeah.
That's always super interesting.
Maybe
Phoebe Bridgers has one too, Chris. You probably like her. I don't like her that much, but
she's cool.
she's very
awesome.
Elliott Smith. I heard you mention you were into Elliott Smith.
Who were you talking about, Kelsey?
Phoebe Bridgers.
I don't think I did.
Kelsey, write that down in the chat, and maybe Claudia can save that chat, and we can give it over to Chris so he can get some information.
Yeah, send it over. I'll definitely listen and check it out. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna share this video, I think. Getting on a plane somewhere. Walk among the pear trees. Eyes are windows. I'm stuck behind. Iris cracking till I go blind. And red moonshine sarsaparilla clears my mind. It won't kill ya. Red moonshine sarsaparilla clears my mind. It won't kill ya.
That was
Awesome.
cool, Chris.
I think that
Awesome.
was my favorite. Both
Hey, Claudia, can you
song-wise and-
get Chris's videos off his website and send them over to Sarah at Cherry Street so we can do a continuous thing on the Jumbotron?
Yeah, sure.
Sick. Yeah, that sounds sick. Awesome. Yeah.
Who was the
Awesome. Well, yeah. What were you gonna say, Kim?
Who was the ghost?
Oh, that was my friend Abby. She's yeah, she lives in New York. Yeah, just an old friend from high school. Yeah,
Did
she's
you do
really
it in
nice.
New York or in Philly? Where was the underpass at?
That was actually my hometown in like suburban New York, Westchester, New
Oh,
York.
I was
Yeah.
thinking it was Graffiti Pier or something.
No, I gotta shoot something at Graffiti Pier though. Some
Yeah,
kind
there's
of
so
video,
many cool
yeah.
places to shoot music videos around here. Should also, have you ever been to Woodlands Cemetery in West Philly?
I don't think so. No.
You should go there. It's really, really beautiful. It's like very like a lot of very old gravestones, and they maintain it throughout the year. Like there's gardeners who go and plant flowers and stuff. It's like it's really cool. It would be cool for a music video.
Awesome. Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Where's that place we took the kids that time? We had the skateboard. It's down by the stadiums, and remember we were there in this
PR Park.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. There's some really nice, really like funky areas down there to do some cool videos too, Chris. They have like a lot of really cool graffiti, and like a lot of people go down there and skateboard. I know which it seems like will be up your alley, right?
Yeah, for sure.
There's some cool teams down there.
What's it called again? The place?
FDR Park. It's down by the stadiums down in South Philly.
Cool. Yeah, that sounds
It's a
awesome.
big park. It's got some like a real big like a marble huge gazebo. It's got some pretty cool like backdrops that you could definitely use for some cool video, especially where the kids go skateboarding.
Sounds
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, I would love to check that out. Yeah.
You want to take the kids down there for an outing, and you can check it out when we go back in.
That sounds awesome. Yeah, I'd love to do that. That sounds so cool.
Cool, man.
Cool, guys.
Thank
you
you,
guys.
everyone.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you soon. Join in
All right.
for the next artist talk in 2 weeks with Carla Fisher.